straight into it. So where do you actually get started with video editing? So making videos can be quite complicated. You have a whole bunch of different things that you have to take into account. You need to make videos engaging for people. You need to add a whole bunch of text, just a whole bunch of stuff. And it's really confusing to figure out where you need to get started to make an awesome video. But the honest thing is that if you want to start making a video, you do need software to edit. By all means, you don't have to use software at all. You can just upload raw video that you've recorded, but you do need to add a little bit of a, what do you call it? Like a sparkle or a little bit of a, yeah, just something that changes the video, makes it a bit interesting for people. So first of all, you need to pick an awesome program to get started. And a lot of programs are paid. I do use paid programs myself. But I also do use this awesome free program, which I'll be talking about today, out of all of these things. So we've got a little bit of a blur. I don't know if you've seen this program before, but I'll be talking about iMovie, Final Cut, and also this mystery one, which I'll talk about at the end, which I think that all of you will 100% benefit from because it is just such an awesome program. And it's even included with your Microsoft's Office bundle as well, if you pay for Word, that sort of stuff. So if we go on to the next slide, iMovie, it's an awesome app that's free on your Apple device. If you're an Apple user, it works on iPad, on your Mac. It has a whole bunch of transition and effects. It is simple for importing videos. You can export high quality videos, and that is actually quite rare for video editing programs. You have a lot of programs which are free, but they don't let you output or render a high quality video. And iMovie actually allows you to render high quality. You can render high quality videos. Okay, so that is iMovie. But let's move on to the next one because I want to move on quickly to the actual proper one. Final Cut Pro, that is the other one as well. Final Cut Pro is the pro version of iMovie. It is a paid program, but I love it so much. I use it all the time. It is Apple exclusive, which is a little bit of a shame, but it is one of my favorite programs to edit with. You can see there's a whole bunch of features that you get with it. You get caption support. So they've recently added AI generated captions that you can have. So you know how lots of those videos, they do the really cool like animated captions at the bottom of the screen. You can do that now. You can also do a whole bunch of advanced editing, which I can talk about in another Cap Create event if you're interested. Also, loads of transitions as well. But the big downsides are that it's not free. And yeah, that's like literally the massive downside. And that it is also not on Windows. So let's move on to the next one. Now, this is actually such a cool program. When I discovered it, I was just amazed with how cool it is. And it's actually a Windows program which works on the web, works on Mac, Windows, iPad, you name it. Anything that can access the internet, this program, it will work on. And it is called Clipchamp. So Clipchamp it's actually probably already installed on your computer if you're a Windows user, but Clipchamp is an awesome tool. It's similar to iMovie in a way, but it is Windows version of a free video editor, which has a whole bunch of tools that you can use to make awesome videos. So let's actually go into that right now. A lot of text. So you can have auto editing. They've recently added this in where you can have a massive video. Let's say you record an hour long of content. You can actually get this program to auto cut quiet like sections of your video and delete them. So let's say you have a video where you're talking for a bit, you have 5 minutes of silence. I hope you don't have 5 minutes of silence in your video because that would be quite a bit boring. But this program will detect that with AI automatically, cut it out and make your video a little bit more sharp. Also, there's loads of free transitions as well. Transitions are cool to keep people's attention. So whether you want just a nice crossfade or a little bit more of a colorful transition, they have heaps. And I'm actually looking forwards to doing a future event where I do a walkthrough and actually show the live screen on how you actually use Clipchamp, just using me actually editing a video in front of everyone. But yes, so it is an awesome app. It's getting even better. And if you do pay for your Microsoft subscription, you do get the premium features. And the really good thing I like about this app is that they don't really restrict things off you. It's the paid subscription just allows you to render a little bit higher quality videos. But apart from that, you get a whole bunch of it's a good program. I love it so much. I do apologize. Every time I crouch, it's just because I'm trying to change the scene. So this is the actual opening scene when you open the app for the first time, once you've logged in. And it's really cool. You can see over here, we gain a whole bunch of templates that you can use. So we've got YouTube templates, Instagram, we've got intro and outro gaming. They've got all these little predefined things that you can use. What's the app called? So this app is called Clipchamp. It should already be installed on your Windows computer if you're playing on Windows. It's free. It's absolutely awesome. But yeah, so you can see there's templates. These basically just change the setup of your video. So TikTok, they use a different resolution. They use like a vertical layout, whereas YouTube uses like a horizontal. It's called Clipchamp, and it's a little purple app. So yeah, and also if you do record a vertical video, it will automatically, dynamically change the video to change the editing style, which is super cool. So as you can see, you have a whole bunch of templates that can help you get started with video editing. It is such an awesome app. But we'll go on to the next slide. We'll go over here. So, oh yes, this is the perfect slide for you, Egg. This is what it looks like in the Microsoft Store. It's Clipchamp. So you don't actually have to download it from the Microsoft Store. You can just access it from its website, but it is such an awesome app to video edit with. I think there should be a few more slides. I can't actually remember how well this is. Okay, so this is what the video editor looks like. And you can see I actually edited one of my most recent vertical videos in this app. And it's really cool because the layout is very familiar to other apps such as Premiere Pro, Final Cut, or even that, what's that one by ByteDance, the TikTok one? Does anyone know what that is called? The TikTok one, there's like a video editor. I'm having like a mental blank. CapCut, awesome, yes. It has cap in it, like my name. Okay, CapCut, yeah, that's a really good program as well. I'm not a huge fan on CapCut, but it's very similar. So if you've used those before, this program is very similar to that. But it's really cool. So it's really small over here, but you gain a whole bunch of features over here. This section is where you can add media to your videos. So you can add like recorded videos, which you've made in OBS. I will be doing a talk on that, by the way, as well, how to record videos. But you can import your media over here. They've got seriously a massive library of animated texts, a massive library of also just free to use media as well. So if you want sound effects for your videos, or if you want just some free media to use in your videos, they do have that. And a little disclaimer, some of the stuff is paid for, but if you do pay for Microsoft, you get all of that for free or included. But it's really simple. I'll move on to the next slide. So as you can see over on the right side, so your right, you'll see that we also have our effects. Now, it is a little bit blocked on this side, but basically the way the app works is that you have all of your importing media on this side of the screen. So you can import all of your videos, you add your text, and on this side over here, it's where you can actually manipulate your videos. So if you want to add a filter to your video, if you want to slow down your video, so make the speed a little bit slower, you can do that. You can add a whole bunch of effects. I personally use the blur effect. If you're doing like a little video where, let's say you need to blur the backgrounds, you can also add like a slow zoom in as well. I've seen lots of videos online do a very cool zoom in on their videos. But it is, yeah, so many things you can do with Clipchamp. It's absolutely amazing. And I think this talk is actually quite fast today. Must be talking a bit too fast. But you can see over here, I keep on walking back and forth. This is the free media I was just talking about before. You can import that all into your videos. So they've got little subscribe buttons. They've got free music you can use as well. And I believe it's non-copyright as well. So if you put that up on YouTube, that video will not be discounted, not discounted. It won't be disregarded from YouTube. Is it YouTube or TikTok? Okay, so this, I would say that this is good for both. So if you're wanting to do vertical videos, this app is really good because you can really quickly change the video aspect ratio to vertical. So I actually edit most of my TikToks and vertical videos in Clipchamp. And if I'm doing a long form video, I will use my other software, Final Cut Pro. So I use Clipchamp primarily just for my vertical videos. So it's a really, really good program. So yeah, good program. Good question though. Very good question. I'll move on to, I think that might be actually the last slide of this. What's this? Is it available on iPhone, Androids, mobile phones? So Clipchamp, it's available on Windows computers. So they actually have a physical app that you can install. Not physical, sorry. They've got an app from the App Store that you can download for free. On Windows or any other device, you can access Clipchamp through the web editor. So if I'm on, let's say, a Mac, I can go to the Clipchamp website. I can search that up, and all of the videos that I've done in the Clipchamp program on my Windows computer, they'll all sync across. So you can access your videos anywhere. They use OneDrive for the storage. But yes, so you can access Clipchamp basically everywhere where you can access the internet. If you have like Safari or Chrome, that sort of stuff. So it's very accessible, which is quite good. I'll put this through here. What? I think that might be a copy of the video. Hang on. It's a lot back and forth. Like it seemed to keep on walking quite around. These are the effects you can put in as well, so transitions and stuff. They do give quite a bit. So in my videos, if you watch them on my YouTube channel, which is under my cap, I do use quite a lot of these awesome animated transitions, especially these ones down here. They're a bit pixelated, but they're called wipes. So they do a nice little swipe across the screen from left to right or from bottom to top. They're quite nice. But yeah, there's a lot more. Unfortunately, because I can only show photos right now, I can't really show anything else. But it is full of transitions. Oh my gosh, I can hardly talk. You can tell it's quite late in Australia. We'll go on to the next slide. Oh wow, okay. I think I must have been talking very fast. I wasn't expecting to finish that fast. That is about it for this introduction to Clipchamp, video editing. Oh yeah, quick question. Does this app have a limit on how much you can max the quality of your video? So yes, there is a limit, unfortunately. So if you don't pay for Office 365, which is Microsoft's subscription service, you can only export videos at 1080p, 30 frames a second. But if you do have like Word and all of that, I know some universities and schools do get that sort of stuff included in their subscription. You can export all the way up to 4K. So you really can, you can make awesome videos and export them. But what I found is that 1080p 30 is like perfectly fine, especially if you're doing vertical videos. You don't actually have to worry about the resolution because it's quite small on people's phones. But if you're doing like really high definition videos, you probably would want to pay for that tier. But from my experience, I've never had to pay for the app. So it's a really good app. But before you finish, I think there's another thing as well. Oh, yes. Okay. So I did mention this before. Definitely make sure to join the club. If you have a whole bunch of inventions that you want to show off, maybe meet a few people with similar building types and styles, definitely come to this event. It is capped at 8 people max right now. So it is quite a small event as we expand. Well, sorry, 8 people building and 10 people in a room at once. But as we expand, we'll add more spots and more vacant spots for people to look around and chat and see other people's buildings. From feedback we've had, it's actually been quite good, as I said before. We're going to make it so that there's less building spots, but more player slots. So people don't necessarily have to build, but they can just look around and talk to people. So a little bit like a convention. So I'm super excited for that. I think... yeah, that is it. So thank you so much, everyone, for coming along to this event. It was a very short one, and I do apologize that it was very quickly put together. It was put together like in 10 minutes, and I was running late. So I do apologize. But more events will be scheduled when I get back on track with everything. And the next CAP Create event will be on how to use YouTube Studio. So I'm going to be giving you a like full insight into my actual YouTube Studio, showing you all of the insides and outs of how to use the analytics tab, see my stats, so you actually see everything. So it's like a full breakdown, showing everything that I know about YouTube. So thank you so much all for coming along to this event. I do appreciate it. Also, thank you so much for the shirt. I noticed you put the shirt on, so that's awesome. Love the shirt. And yes, definitely make sure to join the club and also subscribe to my profile or friend or whichever's better. You can access that information just at the very back. There's like a little glass floating tab with a few buttons on it. You can click those and get a whole bunch of information to that. So thank you so much all for coming along. Really appreciate it. And I can't wait to see you at the next event. Yeah, thank you.